Yo, what's up, everybody? Good morning and good morning again. This is your boy Q, and welcome to MTG Live. Happy Saturday to you. Happy Saturday to you. Today is January the 11th, 2025. I got my co host on with me real quick. My boy Hendrix is on. What's up, bro? Good morning to you.
Morning, man. How's everybody doing out there?
Man, everybody cool. These Houstonians acting a fool because it got to 29 degrees a couple of days ago, and it's going to get to the 50s today. Welcome to Texas.
Yeah, it's this Texas weather is crazy. It's crazy. Um, just 2 weeks ago, we used shorts, t-shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, for the last like 4 or 5 days, snow. At least in DFW, it's snow, sleet, ice. It's crazy, but
It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. The weather out here is weird. And in the panhandle you got snow. In Central Texas, you get a little bit of snow. South Texas, you get cold weather and it's humidity. Sometimes it turns into ice. So we just, Texas is just a ball of fuckery. Is That's all I got to say. Just
yeah.
a big ball of it, man. Listen, everybody, thank you so much for watching the show on today. We should appreciate you on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever else you're watching. We should appreciate that. Thank you so much. We're going to get started here in a few minutes. Our guest is going to be on in just a moment here. What do men really want is what we're going to be talking about for the rest of the month, I believe, over into Valentine's Day.
None
And
of your
so,
goddamn business.
Monique, what did she say? And Mo, boy, it's my fault because I let it go on for so long.
You
It's my
created a
fault.
monster.
I created a whole ass monster, man. And then you be wondering, what men really want. And Mo ain't on time. And I know a man wants a woman who's on time. Big
But she
E.
got a man.
Oh, it's right, Mo. Okay, Mo. Thank you, Mo. I appreciate it. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, real quick before we get on, our special guest is on today. Y'all know who he is. He's calling himself Big E today, but that's my boy Seek that's gonna be on, and I'm gonna pull him on the show real quick. Let me get this one on. Let me pull this one on to the show. Let me pull her on. Yeah, I'm pull her on real quick, and she'll never have her stuff on right.
You
Welcome to the
see,
show,
see, this
bro.
is a perfect example, right? How
First
to
example,
get how to get a man swag. Ain't shit there.
ain't shit there.
Blank slate.
Big E, good morning. Welcome to the show, man. How you doing?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm up. Don't feel like it though.
Mo, she's so
What is
unprofessional.
going on?
She's so unprofessional. Mo, what is the problem, man? Get it together.
First of all, it's 22 degrees.
Yes, it is.
So, anyway,
Good morning, Mo. Have you had your
good
sweet
morning,
tea?
everyone. How's everyone?
Great. We are great.
Ernie, Reggie, I'm so glad to see, real men who are productive.
Oh, what the hell she talking about? I know
Yeah, what
what.
we talking about?
Um, I will say this. The weather today, you need your cuddle buddy in these times.
Yes, you do.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah,
you
you
do.
need your cuddle buddy.
Yes, you do.
Unfortunately, my body don't like to be touched right now when I'm cold, and I've had lupus flare up for the last few days. I
mm,
don't want to be touched.
mm.
However, a heated and weighted blanket is a great backup. It'll make you
Yes,
feel real
indeed.
good.
Yes,
Mm,
indeed.
yeah. Besides, guys, I know we on this topic of what men want,
Yes.
and honestly, I'm not giving up any secrets.
No. What? No. No. no,
Not,
no,
I'm
no.
not
Ernie, help me. Ernie, help
let
me.
me finish.
I,
Let
okay,
me
go ahead.
finish.
Go ahead.
Let me finish. The
Oh my.
reason I'm not giving up any secrets is because women will understand how to read between the lines. Females, if we give it to them bluntly, they're gonna fuck it up for you.
Oh my.
You don't believe me?
Are you using the
Statistically
profanity?
speaking,
Okay.
statistically speaking,
Hey, y'all, thanks for
lesbian
joining.
relationships, lesbian marriages end at the same divorce rate as heterosexual marriages. Men ain't the problem.
Oh, I agree. Unfortunately, I agree with you. So, yeah. Yeah,
Well,
I
real
agree with
quick,
you.
real quick before we get to all of that, because we got a little time to go ahead and play into all that. Do me a favor, everybody. Like I said, welcome my boy back to the show. He's calling himself Big E on today. Welcome to the show, man. Thank you so much for joining. Do us a favor, man. Tell us about you a little bit and drop your social media information and stuff before we get into all this madness that Mo has created.
Thank you, Big E. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. You wanted me to do what?
Tell
Go
us
ahead.
about
What do you ask
yourself
me to do, Q?
and give your social media information so Q can then type it down
Oh,
and place it on Master Gas like he was supposed to do before you got on. Go ahead.
absolutely. So you can follow me on all platforms. You can start with Seek the Poet. So I am on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook as the Baking Poet. And you can also find me under the Baking Poet Brunch and Bakery. That's all platforms.
See?
And ladies and gentlemen, he makes a damn good cake, and I will be in contact with him because my birthday's coming around the corner, and so I know he be busy, but I just infringe on his schedule, and I sure appreciate you letting me infringe on your busy schedules, so you can get you get your boy a nice good lemon birthday cake, lemon, I so appreciate you letting me infringe on that,
There's no infringing. There's no infringing in 2025. You better get on the schedule.
That's
Mm.
right. Biggie, what I would do is I go buy Albertsons or Fiesta, take that thing off there, put it in a cake plate and tell her here.
Not Albertsons.
Albertsons
Mo,
or Fiesta.
Mo,
Go get
can I?
that cake. Cause that's when they want to do the what they do at work when they talking about bring stuff.
A
I'll either
potluck.
bring, yeah, potluck. I'll either bring 2 or 4 glory greens, 2 or 4. Drain that off, put that in the thing. Or like I did last time, I just brought them. I just brought it by. I didn't even have a can opener for them and said, "Figure it out." I sure
What
did.
do men really want? What do they really want?
Do they want canned glory greens?
Um, if you Biggie, if you drain that juice off just right, put that on the stove, add some chop up some onions, some bell peppers, green and red, and then little oil, just a little oil, it'll be all right.
No,
Hey,
you
listen.
forgot a step, Mo.
Huh? What I do?
You
Got to turn
forgot a
on
step.
the stove? What? Turn on
You
the
you got
stove?
yeah,
What?
no, you gotta throw in just a little bit of vinegar. Just a wee bit.
What
Ooh.
about some smoked meat? Can we put some smoked meat in there too?
And go
Well,
ahead,
we
drop
can.
a little accent on that. You need some
Well,
accent to go
why
in
don't
there.
we just put some bacon in there? That big right bacon, that thick right bacon. Let's throw that in there and then call it a day. It's a good day in the neighborhood. But before we get started, and I know we're gonna start on how to get a man what a man wants, because we need to educate and empower these women who don't know. So many women don't know Big E because they didn't have a father around them. Yes, Hendrix, honey, sweetie. Yes, sir.
Females, not women.
Oh my
That is
God.
correct. That is correct.
But
And so what we're trying to
Reggie, what
do,
we want to
Can
do,
we
we
break
want to
down?
help
Can
the
we break down the
female.
difference? Can we break down the difference between females and women?
Mm.
yeah,
Oh hell,
okay. But wait,
oh
can we
hell.
just try to help them all, y'all? Can we just try to help them all?
I mean, we
No,
want to help everybody. We want to help
no.
everybody.
Look, I tell you like this. My answers will be encoded and encrypted because women will
Damn.
understand.
Mm,
Females, it'll go right over their head.
mm.
All right. So we're
Jesus.
just gonna focus on the women today, not the females.
Well, females need some growth to do before they become women. And
But we can't do it.
if they as they grow and develop and mature into women, they can come back and watch these episodes again, and then it'll click with
Okay, Hendrix, because we can't help everybody. But what we were trying to do is for the whole month, Big E, from this point on until February
Ooh.
uh 15th. See, February 14th is Valentine's Day. That's a Friday. That's when so many people are going to be hot and mad and angry. So many women and going to say, so many females and going to say, you can't find a good man. And I tell the women all the time, you can find a good man if you're a good woman.
No,
Oh.
Female.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, and y'all gonna hate me for doing this. For
Lord
every
have mercy.
female out there that say they can't find a good man,
Mm.
all the dudes you friend zone, every dude that you said was weird, every dude that said you couldn't, he couldn't, he wasn't 6 feet tall, every guy that didn't give you exactly what you wanted when you wanted, um, every guy that you said was weird, that's where your husband was.
Well, like I tell everyone, I tell a lot of women, females, I tell them, you want a man with good hair, but you need to want a man who can read. You want a man who makes six figures, but you don't know what a comma goes. So I tell them water seeks its own level, don't drown. But what they need to understand, Reggie, is that nobody wants them. I mean, look, you got all of those trophy wives, right? And they're being treated as such. Now, here's a secret y'all didn't hear from me. Shh. Michael Jordan's first wife, right? That's not who he was in love with. Because if he were truly in love with her, she wouldn't have had to say, I'm pregnant. It would not look good for you to have an unwed mother. We need to go get married. The wedding
Mhm.
in the church got canceled because he said, I'm not ready. Then they had to go to Vegas because she got pregnant. So his Nike deal wouldn't fall through. She was a marketing manager, so she understood. He wasn't in love with her. He's in love with a woman in North Carolina. She's in Charlotte. She's happily married.
Jukebox got to hit it right on the head. Jukebox, stop giving away all the damn secrets.
Who?
So real quick. What's up, Jukebox? Welcome to the show, man. We thank you for watching. We y'all see his comment up there. We'll go back over these comments real quick. Real quick. Let's stay on topic. Let's stay on topic. Let's stay on
I'm
topic.
trying to stay on topic and try to tell y'all, and I'm trying
Mo,
to tell women,
Mo,
Big E, help me. Big E, help
Mo,
me.
Mo.
So many
With that,
people think it's about sex, but if it was about sex and getting a man, then every hooker in America would have a partner. Am I right?
This is true, but it depends on the hooker though, because the hooker,
there it is. There you go. See, Mo need to be quiet. She talk too much. She ain't no man. We been men longer than
it,
you.
it depends on the
Yeah,
hooker,
that's
because
true.
some hookers are out there to get money. They ain't out there to get love. They want to
Okay.
send them home. They trying to get the money. So it depends. Now, if the hooker turns into Pretty Woman,
Homemaker. Oh yeah. Okay.
if the
So,
hooker turns into Pretty Woman, that's something completely different. But the hooker is out there to get the money.
Mm.
Okay. Let's start this. Let's start. Be quiet, Q. Hendrix, look. We are going to educate, empower, and help these females or women, these women who are trying to get men who will this will be their last Valentine's Day without a mate. This is what
Okay.
we're going for. We're doing it for a whole month from this day until February 15th, which is a Friday. No,
Hmm.
Well,
which is a Saturday.
Mo, let's be honest,
Uh-oh.
and I feel you, but let's be honest. Um,
oh, y'all gonna
some
make
of
me pull
y'all
out my
don't
blunt.
qualify. Some of y'all
Oh,
don't qualify.
ooh.
Let's keep it 100. Some of y'all do not qualify for a husband. Period.
Okay.
In the story.
Look, everybody does not need to be married. Everyone does not need to have children.
Agreed.
We all agree to that.
I agree.
There's some women out there who are breeders, but they're not mothers. So we got that.
Yeah.
So What we want to do is just make sure, probably identify what you are. And you know what? I've had so many girlfriends to tell me they did not want to get married, but society and their families pushed them into the marriage. They did not want to get married. It's not because they didn't like or love men. It's just that they just couldn't get boxed in like that. They were free birds. And then there's some women who really want to be married but don't know how.
Look, if you
Say
want to
it.
be free, I had to catch myself because I wasn't going. No, you know what? I'm gonna just be blunt today. It's 2025. I ain't holding no
With
punch.
without the profanity.
You know, that's the
Why be
problem right
quiet?
there. See, women always trying to tell somebody what to do. Why is you trying to tell that man how to talk, Mo? What is the problem?
No,
Because
look.
this is a well-educated man who knows that our sponsors does wants a 10% decrease in the profanity.
Y'all can't
Actually,
market me because y'all cuss too much. I've heard that. I
look,
can't tell you how
no,
many
no, 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 no,
times.
no, no. Let's keep it 100. Now, the terminology I use was is seen as derogatory, but if you actually look up the definition, it's a female dog. Now, a female dog and a male dog have some similar characteristics. They do not like to be housebroken. They do not like to stay in their place. They like to roam the streets. They
Oh,
like to do what the fuck they want to do when they want to do it. So, in essence, the term that I used was very accurate. So, if you want to get on my vernacular, let's make sure we understand the true definitions before you start attacking me for my choice of words.
Uh-huh.
Now, if I'm
Uh-huh.
incorrect, please somebody correct me. Pull up Webster's dictionary and correct me if I'm wrong. I'd love to see it in the comments, but I know I'm not wrong. Now, you may not have liked the term that I used. However, this is what's wrong with society now. And a lot of you females think that the truth is ugly. You need to be accepting of that. And just like you can look at somebody and look at a guy and, you can dissect him in 2 moments, you need to take that same energy and do it to yourself with that same critical eye.
Julius, stop encouraging them. Stop
Well,
encouraging them.
I think the fellas are in agreement, Mo, because
Now,
they
again,
saying
I'm
that he
not the only
accurate.
one, guys. I got two other guys here. If I'm wrong,
No, you're
please
not.
correct
You're
me.
not wrong. It's just that in today's society, with these women who are so sensitive, we're gonna have to take it
And
baby
no,
steps.
stop right there. They're
Where's my
so
blonde?
sensitive, and these are the same
Ugh.
females that want everybody to get a damn trophy for participation. No, first place gets a trophy. Second, third place, you might get a trophy or a plaque. After that, you get a damn ribbon or a piece of paper. Keep it moving.
listen.
You
Uh,
preaching to the choir. Big E, what you think?
I was just I was sitting with what you just said about women being sensitive in today's society. I don't feel that at all.
Me either.
there's there's no
Really?
sensitivity happening
Hell no.
No,
in
no,
in society with women at all. I mean, not the women that I see. Now
no.
maybe there's somewhere else, but I don't see them women.
I will tell you this, and I feel what you're saying because they're displaying outward aggression, but that
Yes.
outward aggression is in response to them being physically and emotionally hurt
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
traumatized.
yeah.
And this is where you have to look past the symptoms and get to the root cause. The root
Okay.
cause of it is they sensitive.
See,
That's
and
what
I'm a,
triggers everything.
but
I'm gonna
but
have to.
but some, but he says the root cause is that they're sensitive, but sensitive to what? Because I would think the to what would be the cause, the root.
You're right. You're right, sir. And I'm not arguing that.
Okay. Okay.
I'm leaving it ambiguous on purpose. on
Well,
purpose
okay.
because
Well,
they're
let me.
sensitive too. You're
Uh-huh.
absolutely right, and that's a question they have to answer from self
Because that could
reflection.
be anything. I mean, that
Hmm.
could go as deep as
And
So
this is why I said I wasn't going to give all the answers. I was going to be cryptic because they have some self development to do. Again, I'm keeping true to what I said.
Well, let me ask y'all something. When y'all go out on dates and when y'all ask women to a date on a date, what is a turnoff? Like when y'all are
I
eating, you're
don't.
sitting down. Okay, well, I can't get no free meal off you. Okay. Well,
Well, I can say this honestly, Mo. Like if I'm on a date with you, and one thing that really really gets and grinds my gears is if we're having a conversation and then you just automatically think that in this conversation that we're having that you could just take over the conversation like I don't have anything to say. Like I don't like a person that talk too fast. Granny used to say, watch a fast talker. And
yeah.
so you got to be able to, if you ask me a question, wait for my response. If you don't like what I said, that can be okay. But at the same time, if I don't like what you say, I can respectfully disagree. But because of the person who I am, I'm not going to back down from my opinion. Now I will concede to the fact that we may agree to disagree, but that won't change my opinion of anything. Like for example, Mo, you always say ask a woman or whatever, so tell me about your family life, for example. Are you close to your mom, you close to your dad, siblings, anything like that. And you start the first thing, you start doing is writing off on, how your mama didn't, treat you as a daughter and stuff like that. Okay, well, that could be left up to imagination because I can see how you're cutting me off. And so the thing is that I'm a very, very big first impressions person. And so if you can't even respect the fact that I may have my own opinion and I have my own thoughts as a man first, then I don't want to be bothered with you. And it's not going to be a second date. Matter of fact, I'm
So,
not going to even call you no more.
so what are some questions that you ask? I know, I'm different. When I dated Big E, what happened was I used the dates as like a job interview. And like Q said, my first question would always be, "Hey, who are you closer to, your mom and your dad?" And if the guy would talk about, "Ooh, I can't stand my dad. He ain't nothing. He wanna that's it." Typically, I would pay for the dinner and say, "You know what? This has been really nice."
hmm. But
Yeah.
is that because they didn't have a relationship with dad, or did you want to find out more of why they're
Mm-mm. That right there, any negative connotation regarding your mother or father automatically told me that there's some hurt there, and I'm not a psychiatrist.
okay, so nobody can come in with any type of with that kind of hurt because they
Not
come
with
in
that
with
kind of
something.
hurt, because I can't help it, because I don't understand it, and I don't want to take the years and the time.
I get it.
So I was and my girlfriends talked about me like a dog. They're like, "You going out on another date?" Yes, because I am interviewing for a husband. I don't know why they weren't, but
So real quick, what we did was we said we want to talk about some core things that
Yes.
guys actually want or should need in a relationship. And I threw some cores out there for us to pick from. And
Yes.
so we want to go ahead and I want to get started. But I want to start with Big E today,
Yes.
and see what core he decided to pick. It's a lot of
And
them,
then go
I
with
think it's about
Hendrix, and
10
then
of them.
maybe you, because you
Hold
don't
on,
have no
hold on, hold on,
cores.
hold on just a second. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm still here. Hold on.
We know.
I'm. I am. So I have another business venture happening. So I have to communicate
We
while
understand.
I'm communicating with y'all.
Okay,
And
so we'll
Q,
go.
what are you smoking?
Why?
Because you got that smoke all over there.
Is it bothering you?
Yes,
Mhm.
it's distracting.
So
Mo,
Yes, it is.
you not interviewing me.
if if we're gonna
Baby,
go
please.
to a big one, for
Yeah.
me,
Yes.
a big core thing is respect. Right?
Ah, how so
Respect.
though?
How so?
Hmm.
Okay. Let's be honest. In this world of quick communication, detached emotions.
Wow.
For me, if you're trying to date me, there has to be a level of respect with each and every action that you take, right? You have to respect me as a person and as an individual, understanding that I am unique. I do not fit in a box, and I'm not expecting you to fit in a box, right?
Mhm.
You have varying, everybody's personality is, instead of thinking people want to think of it like a tree, you need to think of it like a bunch of vines. They kind of go everywhere, right? And if you're
Okay.
truly aware of yourself, you're going to have a multitude of interests. Now, some may be more prominent than others, but you're going to have a varied array of interests, thought processes, and each one of those needs to be respected. Even if you do not agree, you should respect them because that is that individual.
Okay.
So, and that will come across in your action, right?
Okay.
Now we are over 40, right? Um, you can communicate via text message, and that's fine for short things. But intimate and intimate conversations and things of that nature should probably be done at minimum over the phone and not via text. Those are one of the things that I find as a huge red flag. You do not have an important conversation via text. You don't. You have
Okay.
important conversation at minimum on the phone, but preferably face to face. So if you cannot communicate with me properly and respect me, why the hell should I respect you?
Okay. All right. So Big E, what about you? So
So
respect
so
is a
respect,
core value. Is a core
respect.
value.
Okay.
Commitment is a core value for me, and there's a word that I learned um, probably in the early 2000s. It was I was watching a Oprah Winfrey show, and can't remember what it was about, but I remember the word, and the word was stick to itiveness. It's an actual word, and I am, let's see, I'm a lover of human behavior, right? So I look at that, I study myself first, and then I'm looking at other folk. And there are a lot of other people that's like me. It presents itself differently. But in relationships, I think that things it's gonna wane, things are gonna change. The way you feel is gonna change, but if that stick to itiveness is there, that ain't gonna change. If you are in a relationship, if you are in a committed relationship, say for instance you are married, right? I'm saying married to someone, you have taken a vow. Communication is another one because that's going to keep you grounded to that stick to itiveness as well. Unless y'all both come together and be like, okay, so this ain't gonna work because this is not where I'm at. You not, then we need to figure out something else. But communication, commitment, and stick to itiveness. Those are three core values that are important to me. I think the relationship can run its course, can do whatever it is going to do. But if you have those three things and you are able to come together, I mean, that's a win. That's a win-win situation for the both of you, honestly. Unless you
Okay.
just don't want to be with that person anymore. And sometimes relationships do that, where they don't last. But that too goes back to those core values. There was no commitment. There was no stick to itiveness. There was no communication. Uh, I think those three things will hold a relationship for as long as it needs to be held.
I completely
I
100%
like
agree
that.
with you.
I like that.
100% agree with you. 100% agree. So I picked two. I picked two, and they for me they go hand in hand, and that's loyalty and forgiveness. See, first for
What's wrong
me,
with your mic?
Huh? My light?
So I don't know if it's my phone or something, but something was going on with the mic.
Oh,
Y'all need any
Um,
feedback?
mm-mm.
No.
mm-mm.
No. Okay. Maybe it's me.
Fix your
Go
shit,
ahead,
Big
Q. Go
E.
ahead.
Fix your shit, Big E. Fix your shit.
Whatever. Just
Fix your
because
shit.
he's just because he's multitasking and you can't. Go ahead.
Uh,
Loyalty and what?
Loyalty and forgiveness. So,
Mm.
first off, before we enter any kind of interaction, I'm not going to hold your past against you, whether you cheated, whether you were a cheater, all this kind of stuff. I don't hold that against you because I have my own past, that I work every day, and work hard, not to repeat certain mistakes. And so I don't think that a person should enter into anything or a new situation if you have not forgiven yourself for what you have done and forgiven the person for what they did to you. Forgiveness is very, very important, because it's going to show me
Mm-hmm.
how you're going to forgive me if I so happen to do something or if you do something. Forgiveness is not just about, if you physically do anything to someone, but what happens is that the loyalty that you are supposed to show a person when you get with that person is going to always determine how you forgive them. Now, we're not just talking about cheating. I could have said something to you that may not have been normally like I would do, may say something that, may come across the wrong way. Or I may say something to you that, maybe you may have felt that was unnecessary. You may say something to me, or I may do something without telling you, or whatever it is. It doesn't always equate to someone doing something behind your back. It could be completely in your face. And if you're not willing to take the moment to actually think about what's going on, and taking a moment to actually stay loyal to the person in your emotions, staying
Mm.
loyal mentally, being loyal physically while you're there, showing them that support, for whatever is going on. You might as well stop looking for a relationship, because if you can't even be loyal to forgive your own self, then how the hell are you going to forgive somebody else? You can't go into a situation, we all, and I say this all the time, but I don't mean it, as harsh, but we all are somewhat damaged in certain ways. And I don't mean damaged as we, like, not, it's beyond repair, but some of us have baggage that a person should be working through. And sometimes when you get involved in a certain situation, baggage comes. And so you have to be in a mindset and mature enough to say, you know what, I need to be able to forgive this person, and I need to be able to be loyal to who I say I'm loyal to. And forgiveness comes with that,
Why I
and
feel
so
like I was why I feel like Biden at Carter's funeral. I start nodding off. Okay, go ahead, Reggie. Hendricks.
I was gonna say this.
wait a minute, what you mean? What's it?
Look, Q, I feel
Rest in
you.
peace, President Carter.
I feel you on the baggage, but this is what, at least for me, I look at it like a security airport, right?
Mm.
Um, with baggage, I'm okay with a carry-on that's been screened. I'm not okay with a check bag coming on the plane. Right?
But
You
they
need to
both
get
been
rid of,
screened. But they both
huh?
been screened. They both been screened.
No. There's
The one that goes through gets
you,
in the belly of the belly of the plane and screened too.
you right, Mo. You're correct, but you separate from that baggage that's being checked.
Oh, you
Mm.
separated. Gotcha,
You
gotcha,
keep
gotcha,
that
gotcha.
carry on with you, and it's been screened for potential dangerous things. Because
Gotcha.
everybody has a little baggage, like you was saying. Everybody has a little baggage, but a carry on is fine.
Great
That's been
analogy.
screened.
Great
Yeah, I got you.
analogy.
Yeah, that is
Because
good.
I'm really worried about what's gonna come from the belly of the plane.
But
Great
again, you
analogy.
separate from that because you've grown and healed, right? It
Okay.
doesn't mean that it's not close to you, close by, but you separated from it enough to where it's not. when you're moving around the airport, it's not hindering you. Okay,
Okay.
you can move
Okay.
freely and do what you need to do because it's gone and it's off doing its own thing because you
Okay.
heal from it and you separate. Now,
Okay.
again, I follow and I respect everybody's I respect your opinions. And I think this is where females need to understand that as men, we have emotions, we have thoughts, we have feelings, we have a lot of, you know, turmoil within us that we keep suppressed because societal wise, we're not allowed to express it. Only once we get older do we start being able to figure out how to properly express ourselves. And you wonder why. There's a reason why, because when a guy finally expresses himself, and this is what y'all need to understand, when a guy finally says something, it's not snap of the finger, spur of the moment. Usually he's processed this before it comes out of his mouth. Normally, right? Unlike with females, whatever's on your mind and your heart at the moment, you express it. You've had years to develop that comfort with how you express yourself. Not so much with guys. We don't have that lifelong practice, if you will. We have a lifelong practice of suppression of our
Right.
emotions and our feelings.
Right.
That's what we're good at. Just like
Now,
with females, y'all are good at letting it out. We're good at suppression and being in control. Because as
okay.
a young man, I was always taught that you control your beast. That's the true sign of a man. You're able to control your internal beast. Now, not that you get rid of the beast, but you're able to control it because as a man, you are supposed to represent, godliness. So you're supposed to be able to control that, but then let it out when needed. But you need to be in control. You can't just
Well,
let it come flying out when you want to. And
You
these
was
are some of the
blessed
things when
to have been raised like that.
say
Hmm.
what you say.
You were blessed to be to have been raised like that, because
yes.
a lot of men were not taught
Yeah.
that.
Mm.
You know, they
Yeah.
don't have that. They don't have that quality, or even the teachings to be able to manage their lives that way. And it shows up most of the time, and I will even go out and say most of the time, it's the reverse of how Hendrix was actually raised. So it's a blessing to hear like other men who are actually, and there are tons of men that's like Hendrix as well, who had that type of upbringing, who was able to either have a father figure or fathers in their lives, or men that showed men or women that showed up in their lives to teach that. But most of the time, it is the opposite of that. We don't know how to control it. It does come out aggressive. It comes out abusive. It comes out in different ways that are not conducive to how you want to build relationships. If you are in a relationship with a man, a woman, yourself, a dog, a cat, it shows up differently. So it's just refreshing to hear him say that, I was taught early on,
Yes.
to
Yes.
control that.
I like how your core values, all three of your core values mesh into making a man a man. It's really impressive. But now I'm wondering, are there particular types of women that you, and I'm talking about the physical and I'm talking about the mental, that y'all like?
Jukebox, leave me
Wait,
alone.
he was grown in ninth grade.
He
He's
sure
like
was
a old,
grown in ninth grade. He
he's an
sure was
old soul.
grown. He sure
Baby's an
was
old
grown in ninth
soul.
grade. Yeah, he was
He's an
grown.
old soul. The man is an old soul.
Reggie was grown before he got to Kimball. He was grown. He was grown
See.
before he
But
got
what
there.
kind
He
of
was grown.
what
Cassie.
kind of women? I mean, I know I don't want to go with the physical because y'all are more mature and you're better than that. But does physical play a part? And what kind of physical?
I'm gonna start with Reggie. Go ahead, Reggie.
Um, you have you've seen the women I've dated. There is no consistency. There from physical standpoint, there is no consistency. I
Okay.
like I've like dark skinned women, light women, short, tall. Not I'm not too big into plus size women. I have, but that's not really, and it's not for their size. It usually has to come from their lack of confidence with themselves. Um, and so for me, the type of woman I like, you have to have a an aspect of your life that you nerd out about. That is a huge attraction for me. And it could be, it could be your work, it could be your extracurricular activities, it could be something you do on the side. You have to nerd out about something, right? Other than reality TV, other
Mm.
than what's going on social media. It has to be outside of the internet for me to be attracted to you. That's a huge attraction. And for me, if you don't have that, then I'm kind of looking at you like, well, what's your purpose, man? Because I nerd out about like science. You can get me on science on a topic, but that's me.
Mhm,
So for me,
mhm.
again, it goes back to respect because whatever you nerd out about, it shows me who you really are and the passion that you have for something, and then how much time and effort you put into it. So I'm a respect it, even if I don't agree with it, if I don't like it, then I'm a respect it.
You know
Gotcha.
what? I was thinking about what
What is this Cassie Greg talking about? I need to have a type for what?
But
I
you
like.
have a type.
Wait a minute.
oh, is that what
But
Cassie said? You need to have a
Your
type.
type is
So look,
you have a
I was
you have
thinking
a
about
nerd.
Mo.
You have a nerd type.
Yeah, yeah. So I was thinking about what Mo said. So as we Hendrik was talking, my ex-wife, who I'm very, 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 very close to, very good friends with, text me because she's looking at some things for me. We married in our 20s. She was probably maybe a 16 then. While we were married, she got up to a 22. Then she got up to a 24, but we wasn't married then. I bounced when she was a 22.
Cause you were cooking for her. That's why she got bigger.
No, no. If I think about the women that I dated in high school, and I'm just going back to those women were like nice sized women, 12, 16. So I think that, I don't know. I think sometimes the size, unless you are morbidly obese, I think that unhealthy. Uh, I think that size really don't matter. I really do think that size don't matter. Unless size is something that is important to you, then it matters. But if you are a regular person in the streets, you connect with someone, uh, emotionally, physically. I think that that's what matters. I think what matters is what you connect with. I don't necessarily always believe that it's the size of the woman that really captures a man's attention. That's why sometimes you can see these men be in these relationships with these beautiful ass, drop down, gorgeous ass women, and then they left them for somebody else that don't look like that.
that's true.
Because you don't need to look at beauty every day. You need to feel beauty every day.
Say it again, brother. Say it again.
And that's the difference.
Yes. And this is what I think Ernie said. I appreciate your ability to articulate it because again, it's not what you look like. And I'm gonna give y'all a clue. Females, there's a reason that men will talk to you when you feel like you looking busted. Because when you feel like you looking busted, that's as a man, that's what you're gonna wake up to every day. So if I can see you at your worst and I'm still physically attracted to you, are you a man? Because everything else is a bonus. Everything else is a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
and it's not so much about your outward beauty. It's really not. Everybody can be beautiful on the outside,
Mhm.
but what you like on the inside.
Okay,
Like,
so we're gonna address these comments as they coming through. Y'all keep dropping your comments. We sure appreciate
Cassie,
that.
that first of all, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the person who connects with another person,
mm-hmm,
regardless of where they fall on the beauty spectrum, they're connecting with how that person makes them feel.
yep,
They're not connecting with how that person looks.
good, right.
So
Mm.
let me ask y'all this, because I've always said this, but like Q
Wait a
said,
minute, Mo. Wait.
y'all
Uh-uh.
been a man
I
more than
I
y'all been a man longer than
I
me.
ain't gave my answer. I ain't gave my
That's
answer.
because she
Hold
wasn't
up.
that important. So let me ask y'all something
So
real
so
quick.
for me, for me, for me, okay? Because Mo ain't running nothing today. Y'all do know Mo ain't running nothing. So for me, see, you said Mo, you got your man. Be quiet. So for me, I like someone who is bold, bold and spontaneous, and usually, and there's nothing wrong with the woman that's in a size 2 or a size 3, but for me, it's always been about the thick. For me, because for me, I not only want to make sure that after an intimate interaction that I think about it and I want more from you. But what happens is typically what happens is that when you run across a woman that's bold with her intentions of you, it keeps you alive, it keeps you young, it keeps you fed. It's something about a boldness of a woman that attracts me. When I say bold, I'm talking about telling me what you want, telling me what you like, how you like it, when you like it. Tell me what's up, because for me, communication is everything. So if you can communicate your feelings to me, not just in a physical way, but if you can communicate your feelings, and when we sync that way, you can get anything you want out of me. Anything you want. Anything.
I don't forgot my question now.
Look, you
That's
know
good,
what,
Mo, because it
Q,
wasn't important.
Q,
It
Cause I'm
wasn't
I'm
important.
not
biding.
gonna
I'm
put
I'm 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 at the funeral. I'm biding at the funeral.
That's all right, Mo. That's all right. You you
Q,
you
I'm not
your
gonna
head.
put you on blast, but I can read through everything you just said.
Yeah,
What
cause
you talking
wasn't it
about?
what
That,
wasn't
that's
it
the
sexual?
truth.
Hey, Hendrix, wasn't it more sexual than anything else?
No,
No, you asked the
no,
question. You asked the
no,
question, and I
Mo,
answered the question.
Mo,
What was?
Q gave, Q just gave a Blanche Devereaux story.
No, I did not.
Yes,
No,
That's
I
he
why.
did.
did.
That's why he
I
laughing.
told you.
That's why he
Yes, he
laughing
did.
because I know Q well enough to know what
Yes,
he
he
Uh,
just
did.
said, and
Yes, he
why?
I
did.
get it. I
Why
Yes,
y'all are
get it,
he
taking
Q.
me
did.
serious?
Yes, he
Because
did.
Q, what you just did,
Yes, he
what
did.
you just did, you threw in a whole. Okay,
Thank you.
what you just did was he
Thank you.
made a vegetable lasagna that looks like lasagna, but if you know what's in there, you know what's in there. And I'm sorry, that's
Reggie,
a vegan lasagna you just spit out for everybody.
Hey,
Reggie,
look,
I'm so
vegan,
glad you said that.
full of
That's why I
meat,
said I was
whatever.
biding at the funeral, just nodding off. Cause that ain't. Thank you, Reggie. I appreciate you so much. Cause he'll have me thinking I'm crazy.
So
Mm.
real quick, let's run through these comments real quick, because the comments are coming in. I'm glad they're coming in real quick. Cassie, hey boo, how you doing? I hope all the family is well and all the good stuff. She says, I absolutely agree. I have never been into looks. I need to know if you are strong where I'm weak, Are you available for me to love you? Do we share the same love languages? Hardly about looks, but I intend to like them a little older and on the heavier side. Okay, and so Miss Montgomery, welcome to the show. She says, "Big E, that may be true, but unfortunately, there are a lot of men out here who will not give a size 22 a chance to get a first date."
But that again, that goes back to
Hey, but that's not your man. Then that's not your man.
Right.
thank you,
Agree.
That's not your
thank
man.
you,
That's I
thank
mean,
you.
Yeah.
that listen, people have the right to like what they like.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
People have a right
Mhm.
to like what they like. If a guy, say for instance, so the young lady that just put that up, say for instance, I don't know who she is, but let's just say she's a 22,
Okay.
and she was looking to date or found an infatuation with this guy who, um, you know, don't date 22s.
Right.
That brother has a right to date who he wants to date. Not saying that he doesn't, but he has a right to date who he
Right.
wants to date, and she has the right to move on
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
because
Agreed.
Agreed.
that is not your man. That
But
is not.
we need the females to understand that you all have particular preferences that men
Uh,
do not meet that mold. And it's
right,
okay for you,
right.
but just understand when you don't fit that man's preferences, just like if he don't fit your preferences, you move, on to the next. If you don't fit that, you got to take that rejection the same way that you do that guy that don't fit your physical standards. If you don't fit his physical standards, you got to move on. That's not for you
And you know,
because
it's weird how that is a double standard. It's really,
yeah,
really
because
weird.
the guys are bad for having standards and preferences, but for women,
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's been a lot of females. There's been a lot of females that wrote me off looking at me because I'm not 6 feet tall.
But you said there are a lot of what? Those are
That Mo, listen to what I said. There's been a lot of females that have written me off because I wasn't 6 feet tall. Now I'm 5'11", but guess what? I don't hit that 6 foot mark, and they wrote me off. So don't be mad at a guy because you don't fit his physical preference.
well,
You
You
can't be
yeah.
mad.
you know,
Yeah.
and it's weird that you say that, Reggie, because it's been the opposite for me. It's been the opposite for me. Like I have never, and which is weird. And I have had, young ladies. They'll say, well, I didn't think that you was gonna be able to do nothing because you a short dude, and I'm just like, okay, you know. I don't understand that. Now don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing against the tall brothers. There's nothing wrong with the tall brothers. I ain't got nothing against that. But Rich, you 5'11". If you put your shoes on, you 6 feet. So even with the impression of it, hell, if I put on a boot, I'm still 5'10". And so I never really understood, that for me
You
because
sure about
because
that?
any person that I wanted, I could get short and
But
all. And so I just never really I
Q,
don't
it
know.
goes it goes back to being confident in who you are, though. That's what the
Mm.
root cause of it is. And because these women out here, they look at it, they look at it from a certain perspective, and they feel like, oh, this guy won't be interested in me because of this, that, and the other. Well, sweetie, you might fall short in certain aspects, but if you're confident in who you are, that other stuff won't matter. I'm sorry, it won't. Because look, I'm gonna tell you right now, the tallest woman I dated was 6'4".
I think the tallest woman I dated was 6'1". And
I ain't
that
never
and,
dated a
and,
tall
and
woman.
that right there was weird in itself. But we
Look
all
at
but it was cool with
everybody
me.
the same height when you lay down.
They show
Oh
is.
my gosh.
But
Well,
that's
it's the
not
truth.
even So you know
That's not what.
what's interesting about Adrian's comment here is that that's not even like the norm in men.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
That's not
what
even
women
That's
the
say.
true.
norm.
But that's what
But
women say they want. And I tell
but
women, you looking
here's
for
the
a six
thing.
foot man, but you're 6 foot wide, so they don't want that.
Look, what
Hello.
Adrian just put down is
Yep.
0.5% of if you take the men over 6 feet that make
Yep.
more than six figures that are single, heterosexual in the US, you have 0.5% of men
Yep.
in the US. 0.5%. What makes you think
Crazy.
that 0.5% you're worthy of? And I'm not saying you're not, right? That's not what I'm saying. But
Six inches.
statistically speaking, you think
Thank
you're
you,
the
Jesus.
only woman chasing that man? You got a lot of competition,
Oh,
sweetie.
please.
Wait a minute. And Adrian also said more than 6 inches. All I have to say is thank you, Jesus.
Look here.
It's in the comment. I didn't put it. It was there. I didn't tell her to type it. Real
Look,
quick.
Real quick.
Ms. Montgomery, she says at this age, one should have learned that that you miss out on your blessing when you box people in and limit them to height, weight, and skin tone. And I agree. And see, and that's another thing too. We hadn't even scratched the surface about skin tone. Like for me, I don't. It really doesn't matter to me. I'm kind of like Ernest Shirt. Melanin. It's all beautiful to me. But what comes to me, is usually what I'm not looking for at the time. I attract a lot of light skin. Which is okay for me. I mean, it don't really matter to me, and I love them dark and chocolate. So a lot of women really do hold that to a standard. Oh, you know what? No, you're not dark enough for me. And I've had somebody tell me you're not dark enough. I'm like, okay, well, I'm a nice brown. I don't know what you're talking about. And it all fit good to me because you know I don't look at that. I look at my black women as an array of beauty. And so I never to look at my family, we polka dots. You know what I'm saying? And so I never had that kind of interaction where I was like, oh well, no, you're not light enough, or you're not dark enough, or you're not. No, that's crazy. But
but
but some people are that way.
this is where female insecurity comes out because of what their preferences are. And they know they don't fit that mold, so to speak.
hmm
So
Cassie says, what you're talking about is a mature dater. Many men and women are simply not mature daters in the fake social media world that has taken over as far as aesthetics.
look, and this is
Hmm.
this is what everybody has to be honest with themselves. If you have a preference, your preference is fine. But don't downgrade or belittle anybody because they don't fit your preference, right?
hmm
Don't because you're
hmm
you're gonna be that person at some point where you don't fit the other person's preference, and that's fine. But when you get so caught up on physical aspects, you lose a lot of people. You lose a lot of people,
And
and
you and I was saying, and you lose a lot of people, based upon what you see and what's behind the veil. You know,
But
I,
you know what? I just had an epiphany about myself.
Okay.
I just had an epiphany about myself. And I'm gonna go with the idea that we're visual first, right? So we're visual first beings. So if I see you and I approach you because you are, you know, beautiful to me, then that's what caught my attention. The initial sight, me seeing you. But if you open your mouth and you sound like trash, that beauty that I just saw completely gone.
yep,
out the window,
There's
out
absolutely.
the
no
window.
like I have lost all attraction for you.
Mm-hmm.
I can see you. You can be delicious to look at, and I'm going to pursue you. But if I cannot have a conversation with you, it's over.
And this is
Exactly.
why,
Mm-hmm.
this is why, to me, Kelly Rowland will always be more beautiful than Beyonce.
Oh God, yes,
I've
Watch
yes.
it,
actually
Mo.
met them in person. I've had conversations with both. And to me, Kelly will outdo Beyonce. I don't care what Kelly looks like physically. Mentally, Kelly is miles beyond Beyonce. Miles. Mm.
All right.
What
Cassie,
is he talking
cool
about?
point.
What is
Cassie
Cassie
said,
talking about?
she said, honestly, the people y'all are talking about are probably not even the best options themselves and are
Oh
projecting
yeah,
their
yeah, yeah. I get where
insecurities.
she's coming from. I
Yeah,
get where she's
that,
coming from.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I get
exactly it.
exactly where she's coming from.
She said, well, an amazing conversation will carry me to the bedroom.
This is why pimps exist.
Chris, I'm gonna tell your daddy.
Am I lying though?
No, it's the truth though. Like
It
there's
is the
a
truth.
certain thing of talking somebody's panties off, talking somebody's drawers down. You know what I'm
You
saying? So
you
It
can
is
there's the
talk
true.
thing.
somebody, you can talk somebody panties off. You can laugh them draws off.
That's right.
You
That's right.
can. It
These
That's
works.
right.
these are those are two things. Hey, look, I'm telling you, be careful. Funny
So,
men and intellectual men will have you on your back quicker. Like, how the hell did I get here?
so let me ask y'all this real quick because I just got a comment that was not posted, but it was sent to me from somebody watching the show, and she asked me not to mention her name, and I won't. She said point blank that our discussion today, we are pointing out things that may be wrong, but we're not giving solutions.
Mm.
Okay. So let's give
Wait, wait,
some.
wait, wait. What are we supposed to? What are we supposed to? What solutions are we supposed to give?
We're
Yeah.
okay, so we're not going to give solutions because the solutions are within yourselves. But what these guys are pointing out is what they thought, they saw, they need, they like, and what most men like them, even though most men can't articulate it. So if Hendrix says that he likes a nerdy kind type person, and that's what excites him, then you know what? If you're a nerdy girl, guess what? Live in the moment. Don't try to find somebody who wants someone who's 5'7", 110 pounds and works out every day with fake boobs and a BBL. Don't be that person. I'm just that's what we're just trying to let's see. We're just trying to provide the information. We'll provide the solutions later on, but we're just trying to provide the information. Be who you are and be happy with who you are. Even if you're a size 22 and you got the best baker in Houston as your spouse.
Mo, that's about the most valuable thing you said the entire show. Good job. Good
Look,
job. I mean,
but
I'm
that
serious.
was great. That was great,
Because
Mo.
Biggie, if I was married to you, I'd probably be a 28 after eating all your food. I would.
but
I'd be like, let me sample. And
look,
have to take a shot. I'd be Ozempic. I'd have been the original Ozempic girl.
look,
Because a
Mhm.
man that can cook.
look. Here's the thing. If you single ladies out there, right? You're looking for a man, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But what you fail to realize is that good men are walking past you every single day.
Every day.
Every
Every
You
day.
day.
do not show up on their radar for something that's not necessarily physical, but internal to you. A lot of good men have been hurt, they've been done wrong, and they've learned to scope out nonsense and be aware of it probably better than you think, right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you right now. This is one clue I will give you. Long eyelashes, where you look like Snuffleupagus, long fingernails, having so much makeup on, you can't. If a guy can tell you have makeup on, caveat. If you're
Listen.
at a special
Ooh.
event like a gala
I mean,
or
can draw in their face, Reggie.
right, if you're
So
at a
listen.
special event, that's not what I'm talking about. But just walking around every day, if a guy can tell you have on makeup and he's been hurt by a woman that put a lot of energy into her outward beauty, he's gonna walk right past you. He's
Y'all.
gonna walk right past you. If you are a female that takes a lot of pride on her physical appearance, so you're going to work out every day, you're in gym attire, you look like you just came from working out. If that type of woman hurt him, he's gonna look right past you.
So
And
I was
it's not anything that you've done. It's just that he's protecting himself from going down a path that he's gone down before. A lot of guys will not go down a path again if they know what's at the end of it. So if you're projecting what's hurt him, he's gonna go right past you. And what
Okay.
y'all think is the standard is really exactly the opposite of what men are looking for.
Now, he was about to say something. Go ahead, E.
so
Go.
so
What you about to say?
I want the ladies to chime in on this because I saw this. You know, y'all be seeing them crazy ass dating shows that they be doing where people actually go to literally get themselves like either sabotage themselves and get themselves ridiculously ridiculed in front of like everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a guy, and he was a guy. He was tall, dark, handsome, educated. But he said something. He was saying something that Hendrix said, and he was speaking specifically about a woman's physical appearance, the hair, the makeup, the nails, the lashes. And one chick said, "Why do you concern yourself with that? Women are gonna do what women do, and women like to play in makeup. Why would you concern yourself with that?" Like that is the least of what you should be concerned about with me. This is what she was telling him.
Mm.
And he had no rebuttal to that. And I always wanted to ask him, but I think I saw Cassie say something to Hendrix, saying that's your preference.
Mm-hmm.
So is it a preference or is it like a thing? Because of course in those crazy shows, there are women, there are men, the whole line of women, all of them are made up.
Mm-hmm.
But not all of
Yeah.
the men come there. Not all of the men come there and say, well, it's too much of this or too much of that. Some men are coming out just to enjoy, like choosing the woman. But when that guy said that and that lady said, why do you concern yourself with what women do? I was like,
But
huh.
Ernie, I'm gonna ask you this, and I'm gonna ask the females out there this: how many times have you been hit on without makeup versus when you had makeup on? Ask yourself that question.
That's like
Well,
I
well,
Now wait a minute.
well.
This is gonna shock y'all. This is gonna shock y'all, and this is not gonna make any sense. Women do all of the makeup and all of the hair. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm gonna say it again. Women do all of the makeup and all of the hair for other women.
Okay. We got a new comment. Hey sis, welcome to the show. She says, but a woman has to make herself feel good. Okay. So would
I think
this
that's what
come
that
in?
lady was saying, Q.
Ask yourself
I
this
think that's
question.
what that chick was saying on that
Yep.
show. She didn't say those words, but I think that's what she was trying to get at. Like, I put on makeup to make myself feel good. And but you know what Mo just said? If we are ever in company of women, drives me up the fucking wall. If we are in the company of women, a woman will compliment another woman to Jesus come. I mean, oh girl, your dress is pretty. Oh, that's a pretty color on you. Oh, what shade is this? Oh, I mean, I'm like, shut up. That don't look that damn good. But women will do that to other women all the time. So it may be a thing where women do it for other women.
We do.
I was gonna say, they do believe in girl power,
But
and a lot of women, some women, they feel that they've been treated inadequate by men because they're not complimented by their man.
let me
And
ask you this thing. And
Y'all, I
I'm gonna
don't think
just
it's
ask this
that.
question. I'm gonna
Okay.
ask this question.
Okay.
And this is for the females out there, right? Um, how many guys know the difference between fuchsia and rose?
No, none. None.
So
None.
with that
because
being
because I
said,
thought Reggie, because I thought Rose was pink.
see, in my book, they all pink,
It
right?
is
See?
pink.
Exactly. So this is the point I'm getting to, and it's
I
just
learned
the
today
truth.
that magenta. I learned today that magenta is a color, is a shade of purple. Didn't know that.
What you think it
Magenta's not pink.
was?
Magenta.
I thought magenta was pink.
I thought magenta was pink too.
It's think of pink and red. Pink. You know what? I ain't gonna try. But anyway, women. So let's say a woman has a really nice dress on and she's shapely. We will go, okay, girl, you doing it in that dress because we know how hard and how long it took for that girl to go on to get you that shape. Uh, bless his heart, my husband's so sweet. He was like, she's got a padded butt. When we go to Lululemon, when we walk past there, he was like, she's got a padded butt. I said, yeah, they sell those. He said, you mean all these women? I said, no, boo-boo. He's so sweet. He didn't know. He didn't know that everybody was wearing pads in their butt, except for some folk, who look like us.
Miss
Right.
Montgomery says that she have had more men flirt with her when she was either just finished working out or just running to the store.
Yep. That
See,
grocery
I
store is
like a
powerful.
natural beauty. I
Baby,
like a
that
natural
grocery
beauty.
store. That
Be- be-
grocery store will get you some bills paid. You go to that grocery store, men hit on you right and left.
you know what, Mookie, and I'm gonna throw this in. Y'all remember that video? What with Alicia Keys? What was the song? You don't know my name,
Or
when she
Mm-hmm.
you
was in
took
a
my
restaurant and she
oh,
was
you
the
took my
waitress and
husband.
Yeah.
She took my husband song. Go
but she
ahead.
still no, she didn't take her husband's
Mo,
song,
please.
Mo. Can you stop, Mo? We not talking about who husband she took, and we not talking about Michael Jordan's first wife. No, Mo. Jesus Christ, no. But the videos show that it is a turn on for me to see you in your element. For me, and this is no shade to nobody. Makeup is fine with me. As long as like I said, I can take a butter knife and carve it and see your real skin tone. That right there is not gonna work for me. But I like to see you in your. I'm just, I mean, just you can just put a cross on their face and you can see their real skin tone. I mean, what the hell?
Now
Come
I
on.
don't know.
cross.
I don't know. I don't know. I just disagree. I just disagree with it.
Well, now I
I
mean
just
that's why I say it's okay, but as long as it's not caked up to the fact that you can see it on the outside of your damn face. I mean, no, I mean, you
I mean,
hug
I'm
me.
just
Wait a minute, Ernie. I got so sick at one point in time when I used to go to church a whole lot. Every time I can hug a few women, nothing on my collar. Here come one person that hugged me, and now I got to put my shirt in the cleaners because you know got all this on me, and then I got a question when I get to the house. Well, who makeup is that? And, I mean, I'm just saying, but what I'm
I
saying
just
about
think
elite.
that I don't know. I just think that I love it. Actually, I love the art. I love the artistic way of it. I love how these women can go in and transform themselves. It's amazing to look at for me. For me, it's just amazing to look at.
I like transformation because even with us fellas, we transform. We may grow our hair, we may cut it off. We may, cut our beards down, may let it grow out. A lot of different things. I like transformation. That's a beautiful thing, but like Cassie said, we back to preferences. There are some guys who like a lot of makeup. There are some guys who like to see a singed waist. There are a lot of guys out there that actually like the BBWs or BBLs or whatever y'all call them, that
So
they like all of that. And, it's really subject to what her inner beauty is and how she can portray that to a man that she's with, and
Hendrick, does you excuse me, Q? I'm sorry.
no, you good.
I would like to get Hendricks's thoughts on what Cassie just said. Whereas she says that beauty varies. Well, no, natural beauty varies for us too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she said. Yeah, she said. She said y'all version of natural beauty can vary as well. We're
Can
back to
vary as
preferences.
Look again. This is what I'm gonna tell you. For me, for me, right? For me, I can only speak for Maurice. Um, Seeing you in your natural state to me is a bigger turn on than the makeup.
Oh, I agree with that. I agree.
And
Yeah, I agree with that completely. I agree
right
with that completely.
for
Yeah, yeah,
me
yeah.
again, and now granted, this is my preference, but the thing is, you have to be comfortable with who you are because for me, when you talk about preferences, I do not have a preference with physical type. I do not. Uh,
For
Jukebox
real,
is all the
Jukebox.
same. But I do not have, and so the information we're providing here is to let you all know that maybe you shouldn't put so much time and the effort into something that doesn't matter,
Right, right,
right? Uh,
right.
Jukebox, take that down, Jukebox. Uh, Jukebox is
Not the Trinity River, not the Trinity River. Q, how long have we been on here?
We've been on hour 18. Real quick, hold on, Mo, hold on, real quick. My sister says the women today don't know the difference between day and night makeup. We were taught to wear light makeup in the morning and heavy at night, but also a lot of women have skin issues.
yeah. So,
Okay, okay.
but
Yeah, that's
here's
why I tell a
but
lot of people, I tell a lot of women, I'm like, you should go see a dermatologist before you go to Sephora.
look, I'm gonna ask you
You
this.
know
I'm gonna
what,
go one better. I'm gonna go one better.
Mo?
No, Mo, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna,
go one
I'm gonna
better.
put you out the show, Mo.
No, no, Mo Q is on to something. And she's on to something because how much water are you drinking?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
How much water,
yep.
what does your daily water intake look like?
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
How are you eating? What
See,
is your
what are you?
dietary, your dietary program or your dietary regimen look like on a daily basis? What
Right.
does that look like? Are you even eating or are you hangry half the time and have headaches because you haven't eaten anything all damn day? Right?
Because Reggie, I have on makeup right now, and you can't tell because it's light makeup, like Q's sister was saying, daytime makeup and very little what do you call it, eyeliner and eyeshadow. And I have a bait, what they call a base on right now. Number 358
So
is Sephora. My birthday
look,
coming up, cute. That's all I'm saying.
we when we talk about all these things, ladies, what we need y'all to understand is we're giving you a male opinion to take in
Excuse
and
me.
Yeah.
understand. Not this ain't no damn debate. Because honestly, you can debate all you want to, but men's preferences are still going to be men's preferences. Just like your
Yes.
preferences are your preferences. However, if you don't have a man and you looking to get a man, you might want to listen to what men want.
And and
Get
you need to
get
re-listen to
what
this
you think
broadcast.
out your
Yes.
damn head and listen to what
Right.
men want. Now,
Right.
you talk about you take out the not 6 feet tall, right? You
Take it out.
take that, subtract that, right? You go down most women's checklist. Who meets the criteria? Hello, make more than 6 figures. Yep. Stable. Yep. Financially secure. Yep. No kids. Check. Never married. Check. So you got a resource right here telling you what the fuck you need to hear, and you still want to argue and not listen. So
Well,
again, who's the
you right.
fucking problem?
I
Who's the
told
problem?
this woman said she wanted a 6 foot man, And I told her, and my sugar was a little low, Reggie. So I'm gonna let you know. Sugar was low, pressure was high. And I said, you want him to be 6 feet, but you 6 foot wide. He don't want you. You gonna take up all the space in the king bed. He don't want that. That's what I may have said because my sugar was a little low.
Real quick, my sister, hey Lola, what's up, girl? How you doing? She said, yes, water and eating correctly. She said, I'm not a makeup person, but I love the natural look because sometimes my sister's makeup be so thick. See, I- that's coming from a woman. That's coming from a woman. Now, look,
Again,
now
again,
I'm
let's go
telling
back
you,
to the premise of the show. The premise of the show and the series is, what do men want? If we're telling you what we fucking want, why the fuck are you arguing?
That's
You
the
the
fourth
fucking
part. Okay,
you
okay.
the
You
fucking
have reached your profanity level. You five today. That's it.
I want to say this. This conversation, these conversations that we are having, what we're wanting to do is, like Mo said, we want to not only talk about what men really want, but honestly, if you want a sustaining relationship, it's okay to value the opinions of others, to try to help that, and so that's what we're doing. We want to make sure that you guys have an idea of not just what men are really really wanting, but what they need to
now.
sustain.
Now, and for the females that still want to rebuttal in the comments, talking about preferences, I'm gonna do you one. I'm gonna put a challenge on. I'm gonna put a challenge on. And if I'm wrong, I want you to come back and message the show. Now, you talking about these may be my preferences. You're right. However, go find 10 men with all the criteria that you want and have them watch this show and ask them if they disagree or agree. Then come back and report. Because I guarantee you, ain't none of you gonna come back and report nothing, because the men that you go to with the criteria that you want and watch the show, they gonna come back and they gonna be in agreement. So again, if you trying to get a husband and you want to know what we want, and you still rebuttaling the facts, go get 10 men, watch the show, and if they refute anything, have them respond to it. But we're not going to get many responses. And I'm going to tell you, if we get any at all, because they're going to be able to say, well, I see what they're saying. I don't quite agree, but yeah, they right. For most
They're
guys, they
right.
right. May not work for me, but for most guys, yeah, they right. And again, we're not the problem. Because again, you go down this criteria of things that you want in good men. You
Okay.
have to be willing to accept the fact that your thought process is incorrect. And you, my dear, are the problem.
Well,
Be
she
willing
Well,
said,
to accept that fact. I
we
realize that in
okay.
relationships, I can be the problem. I'm an asshole. I know this about myself. I am
Six.
honest about
You're not
it,
an
right?
a-hole. You're not an a-hole.
I
You're
can
just
be very
different.
rigid in my thought process. There we go.
so
Yes.
so so Cassie, she says, wait, I don't need a challenge. I have a whole husband and don't need criteria. I'm offering unsolicited feedback. And then she said, it's not a rebuttal, it's just offering other perspective.
But you're
That's
offering
good. But
perspective
there
from a female point of view that is married. You're offering perspective from a female point of view that is married. And I understand where you're coming from. However, what we need is your husband's input. You need husband input, single man input to get these females out here that are not married to get married. Because as
yes.
long as they're listening to other single females, they will
Or
remain single.
yeah, they gotta talk to
Period.
males. They gotta talk to males.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, listen, this has been a great part one. This has been a great part one. Like I'm excited for next week. I am so excited for next week. Ernie giving me seasickness. But I'm so excited.
Man,
But
I put my hand. Look. I got a. So I
I
drink.
put my hand up on my hip. If you dip, I dip. We dip.
So one of those cup warmers. I got one of those for Christmas,
Okay.
and it was on the side of my desk in the bedroom, and I put my arm on the cup and burnt my arm.
are
Oh
you okay, bro?
wow, it's hard.
Are you all right?
I'm finna blister. I'm literally finna blister up. So I'm walking because I was trying to put some Neosporin on it, but that's what just happened. I burnt myself. I just laid it on there like it wasn't even there,
Woo! You didn't
So
run it
so
under no
It's
cold
hard,
water?
though.
and it's hot too.
You didn't run under
so
no cold water?
No, that's just gonna make it blister faster.
That's okay. Oh gosh.
so real quick, I know we got it's like maybe 3 minutes left on the show real quick, but I'm gonna throw this out there. Ernie didn't tell me to. He'll probably cuss me out later for it. But be looking
Okay.
forward next this way. It's gonna be happening this quarter. We're coming up with the dates. Check out The Devil and His Advocate. So that's gonna be featuring myself and my brother Ernie. We'll be in person and we're gonna be discussing some whole lot of shit.
And
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 we
and
going
another
there,
curse word. And another curse
and
word.
and we going there, and so y'all be looking for that. The Devil and His Advocate. Now I don't know who the devil is, but I know who the advocate is, and that's me. I'm the advocate, so well, we might have to switch because I could be rather a devil. But yeah, so it's this has been a great show, great part one. Ernie, definitely you're welcome to come back next weekend if you're free, man. Definitely be more than happy. But we're gonna have another special guest on as well that's gonna give his ideal. I even scheduled a couple of pastors to come on. And y'all know how I be, how I be feeling about them pastors sometimes. I be
Most
getting
definitely.
nervous. I get a little nervous, when the damn pastors come on. I get a little nervous. I'm a bootleg preacher and I don't like a lot of bullshit. Sorry, Mo. So I'm just saying, I don't like a lot of bullshit, but they're gonna come on. They're gonna come on the show. So just make sure, you guys tune in every weekend. Also on this coming Monday night, make sure you watch After Dark. Me and my girl April, we got a letter for you, and it's one of the retarded letters, that I actually think we should read. So, we're gonna definitely jump on After Dark on this coming Monday night at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you got your smoke on, your drinking on, so we can talk about some bullshit, because that's what we're gonna be doing. So After Dark is on this coming Monday. Make sure you check us out on next weekend, because we're gonna be resuming part two. And maybe since Mo have a habit of being late, maybe we just leave her on the back burner, so fellas can discuss, because Mo's a distraction, her and her light makeup, and so, but real quick, as we get ready to end the show, I want us all to give the people some encouraging words real quick. Thank you again for watching. And Mo, I'm gonna start with you first, you and your light makeup and your yellow cap. And we're gonna go around to Hendrix and then Big E, and then I'll close us out. So Mo, what you got? Give us some encouraging words and hurry up. Shit.
So for the year 2025, I think everyone should focus on who they want to be, not who they are.
Mm.
Okay.
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 Okay. Okay. Okay. Big E, do you like a woman who's nurturing? Someone to care for your burn wound? Just asking for a friend. Say, you know what? Cut that
I
out. Cut
listen.
that.
Listen. I am completely off the market.
There
I
you
am
go.
completely
There you,
off.
there's your answer. No more flirting. Okay, ain't doing that shit. Go ahead, Hendrix. What you got, man?
Um, I know it's 2025. We just started. Um, understand this. The Everybody wants to get into this new year, new me, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But this time to start the journey was yesterday. Time to start the journey was yesterday. Anytime is a good time to start. Don't drag your feet on what you could do today and put it off till tomorrow. Just go ahead and start. Because the longest journey starts with the first step. Every time.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Hendrix. Big E, you got any encouraging words for everybody since my sister say I'm the devil, but hey,
Well,
you
she
know.
knows. She
Uh,
knows.
God, we thank you for this new year. We thank you for 2025. We ask that you lean, guide, and protect us through what is to come. We ask that you undergird us with your love, grace, and kindness. We appreciate the camaraderie of this podcast. We thank you for the perspectives. We hope that we are a help to those who listening to us. And we just believe you. We believe in the things that you would do. We believe in your protection, and we love and honor you. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. All
Mm.
right. Elder E. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking
Again,
about. That's what I like. And then we come to kick.
absolutely.
Mm,
And then
mm.
and that's why his and Reggie's inbox be lit. That's all I got to say. Rich people. So like I said, you guys make sure you turn in Monday night for After Dark. Check us out on next weekend for part 2 of this series that we're going to be running all month. What do men really want? Thank you so much again for watching. If I had to give you some encouraging words on today, it will be do me a favor and just love what you see in the mirror because you have absolutely no choice. Boom. Love you. Love what you see in the mirror. Love what you see in the mirror. We love y'all. We appreciate that. Thank y'all so much for joining and coming on in with us on today. We're going to see you on next weekend. God bless you. Peace.